All my life I heard that heat hurts, cold kills, but this bizarre experience proved this saying. It was the coldest night in Miami. I should have listened to Abuela. Nothing good wanders the streets after dark, mija, she always warned, her knotted fingers clutching her rosary. But at 12 years old, I was invincible until the coldest night in Miami history proved me wrong. My breath crystallized in the air as I power walked down the deserted street, my thin sweater doing nothing against the unnatural chill. The usual humid Miami air had turned sharp and metallic, like licking a frozen knife. Palm fronds clattered above me like chattering teeth. That's when I first heard the whisper. Not from the shadows, not from the alleyways, from inside my skull. Lena! I spun around so fast that my backpack straps dug into my shoulders. Empty sidewalk, dark windows, a flickering streetlight casting jumpy shadows. You're so cold. The voice dripped into my thoughts like syrup, thick and cloying. I broke into a run, Converse slapping against the pavement. The giggles started then, high-pitched and wet, like someone laughing through a mouthful of seawater. Don't you want to be warm? That stopped me dead, because suddenly I was warm, too warm. My fingers burned like I'd plunged them into boiling water. I looked down and screamed. My skin was turning gauzy, veins blackening like ink, spreading under ice. Frost flowers bloomed across my arms, cracking my flesh like a frozen pond. That's when I saw her. A girl my age stood beneath the next streetlight, her soaked white dress clinging to stick-thin legs. Water pooled around her bare feet, though it hadn't rained in weeks. When she smiled, her lips stretched too wide, showing teeth like broken seashells. Almost warm enough, she whispered, and this time her voice came from everywhere. The wind, the palms, the puddles at my feet. The heat became unbearable. I watched in horror as my fingertips blackened, the rot spreading up my arms. The girl took a step forward, her waterlogged dress plashing with each movement. Abuela's warnings flashed through my mind, stories of a few horror anecdotes. But this was something worse, something hungrier. As the girl reached for me, the last thing I felt wasn't cold at all, but the searing heat of my own body turning against me. They say Miami doesn't get cold enough to kill. They're wrong. Now, when the winter winds blow, I stand at the edge of your vision, a flicker of white in the darkness. And if you stay out too late, you'll feel it too. That delicious warmth spreading through your limbs as the frost takes hold. Don't you want to be warm? If you're ever out late on a winter night and the wind bites a little too deep, listen close. You might hear her too.
The first mistake was believing we could outrun an Atlanta winter storm. The second was pulling over when we heard the knocking. Anyway, here's the full story. I never should have pushed her to leave tonight. The sleet comes down like shattered glass, pinging off the hood of the car. The wipers can't keep up. Every few seconds the wind howls like something alive, shaking the car like it wants in. My girlfriend Jess is silent beside me, her fingers curled into the seat, her breath coming too fast. Almost there, I lie. That's when I see it. A flash of movement, too fast, too wrong. A figure, pale as bone, darting across the road. Not running, gliding. I slam the brakes, the car spins, tires screaming. And when we finally stop, the silence is worse than the skid. Jess is breathing hard beside me, her knuckles white. What the hell was that? My voice doesn't sound like mine. Jess turns, staring out the back window. There's nothing. No tracks, no sign of what we saw. Then 3 sharp raps on the trunk. My blood turns to sludge. Jess grabs my arm, her nails digging in. "Don't!" she hisses. It knocks again. Tap, tap, tap. I look in the rearview mirror. A face stares back. Not human. It can't be human. Its skin is the color of freezer burn stretched too tight over its skull. Its grin splits ear to ear, gums black, teeth needle thin. I floor it. The car lurches forward, fishtailing. Jess screams as I fight the wheel. In the side mirror, I see it, still there, keeping pace, its legs moving in jerky, unnatural strides. Its fingers, too long, too many joints, scrape against the passenger window. Then the mirror explodes. "Faster!" Jess shrieks. I push the car to 90. Heart hammering. That's when I see them. Under the overpass. Dozens. Standing perfectly still, their faces tilted toward us. All grinning, all waiting. The engine dies. The dashboard lights flicker, then go dark. Outside, the figures step forward in unison. Their feet don't sink into the sleet. Their breath doesn't fog the air. Jess grabs her phone. No service. The first hand presses against her window. Then the screaming starts, not from us, from them. 100 voices shrieking at once, so loud the glass shudders. Frost spreads across the windows like a living thing, crawling, breathing. The temperature drops so fast that my skin burns with it. The glass cracks. Jess's hand finds mine. Her fingers are freezing, too freezing. I look down. Her skin is turning blue, veins blackening beneath the surface. The figure at the windshield leans in, its nose pressing against the glass. Its eyes are solid white. When it speaks, its voice is inside my skull. "You should have stayed home." The windows explode, cold like I've never felt punches into the car. Jess's grip on my hand tightens, then goes limp. Frost races up my arms, my throat, my face. The last thing I see is my own reflection in the rearview mirror, eyes wide, mouth open in a scream that never comes. Then nothing. They say interstates never sleep. But if you're driving through Atlanta on the coldest night of the year and you see something moving in the ditch, don't stop, don't look. And if you hear knocking, trust me, it's already too late. A doctor should always listen to his heart. Otherwise, this will happen to others too. It's a freezing winter night in Philadelphia, in December 2024. I'm slogging through Old City's snowy streets, my breath puffing out in clouds. The wind howls, rattling old windows. Streetlights flicker, throwing eerie shadows. I'm Dr. Elias Kane, a surgeon at Jefferson Hospital. Just finished a brutal 18-hour shift. My hands shake from working on a car crash patient. Her bones were smashed like glass. I pull my coat tight and hurry to my apartment on Arch Street. The city's dead quiet. Snow buries all sound. Near an alley, I hear a strange noise. A scraping, like metal on stone. My heart thumps. I shouldn't stop, but I do. I flick on my phone's flashlight. The beam pierces the dark. At the alley's end, someone's crouched wearing a ragged coat. They hold a rusty knife, carving the ground. My gut churns. I yell, "Hey! Hey!" The wind swallows my voice. The figure freezes. It turns. A hood hides its face, but its eyes glint like black stones. I step back, my light trembling. It's clutching a bone, fresh and bloody. It tucks the bone into a bag and vanishes into the shadows. I look down. There's a carved circle with a jagged line. I've seen it before, on the wrist of that dead patient. A chill grips me. I felt something terrible was coming up. I rush home. Snow falls thicker. The air feels wrong, like someone's watching. I lock my apartment door. My hands shake as I pour a whiskey. That symbol haunts me. My phone buzzes. A text from an unknown number. "You saw." Don't. My heart races. I try 911. But the line crackles and dies. The lights go out. The scraping's back, right outside my window. I grab a kitchen knife. My surgeon's hands aren't steady now. The window shakes. A shadow moves, holding a knife. I bolt to my bedroom, grabbing my medical bag. There's a needle and sedative inside. The front door creaks. A voice rasps, Dr. Kane, we want your hands! I lock the bedroom door and jam a chair against it. My phone glows. You can't hide. The collection needs you. Collection? My mind races. That patient, the symbol, the bone. I worked on her for hours, even after she died. It felt wrong. That symbol's a warning. The window shatters. Glass sprays everywhere. A bloody hand reaches in, gripping a knife. I scream and stab at it. The hand jerks back. The scraping starts again. Inside the walls now. It's circling me. I jab the needle into my arm, hoping to stay calm. My body grows heavy. My vision blurs. Did I mess up the dose? Or is it something else? The door splinters. The figure from the alley steps in. Its hood falls. Its face is smoothed like polished bone, with no mouth or nose, just black eyes. It holds a bag that clinks with bones, each etched with that symbol. Your hands are good. It hisses. They'll help the collection. I can't move. The sedative, or something worse, locks my body. The figure kneels. Its knife glints cold and sharp. It traces my arm. Pain sears through me, but I can't scream. The room spins. That symbol glows on the walls, pulsing like a heartbeat. I see flashes. Other doctors, other nights. Their hands were taken. Their bones are cut. This thing's ancient, hiding in Philadelphia's snowy streets, hunting skilled hands. It whispers, "Your bones are perfect." The knife cuts deeper. My blood drips onto the floor, mixing with the snow from the broken window. I try to fight, but my limbs won't budge. The figure's eyes bore into me, empty and endless. It hums a low, awful tune, like a lullaby from a grave. The bag opens wider. Bones inside rattle as if alive, calling for mine to join them. I feel my arm go numb, the knife slicing with a surgeon's care. My vision darkens, but I see my own bone, white and gleaming, pulled free. The figure holds it up, admiring it, then tucks it into the bag. The symbol on the wall flares brighter, burning into my eyes as everything fades. Morning comes, the snow's gone, my apartment's empty, the window's whole, the door's locked. My hospital friends think I took a break. Cops find nothing but a scratched symbol on the floor. They call it junk. In old cities' alleys, the scraping starts again. It's waiting for the next doctor.